I can still remember those mornings as if they happened yesterday. The scent of fresh-cut grass mingling with brewing coffee, the rustle of folding tables being dragged across the driveway, and the faint crackle of a neighbor's transistor radio playing oldies in the background. Yard sales weren't just about getting rid of clutter. They were community events. Part business, part block party, part comedy show. I'd always start too early, thinking I could sneak outside and set up before anyone arrived. But without fail, there was Mrs. Sutter standing at the edge of the driveway before the sun was fully up. Pink curlers in place, a scarf tied tight, and the unmistakable rose-watery perfume announcing her arrival. She'd smile sweetly and say, "I'm just looking," all while holding a set of tarnished candlesticks and an old coffee percolator, like she'd been sent on a treasure hunt. My kids treated yard sales like a country fair. My son set up his own little table one year, proudly offering what he called rare driveway stones. He placed them carefully on an old dinner plate and made 10 cents. 10 cents each, limited edition. And people bought them. I'm not sure if they were charmed by his salesmanship or just felt sorry for him. But either way, he cashed in. My daughter ran the lemonade stand with equal flair. Her secret recipe was store-bought powder, but she told everyone it was Grandma's. One sip could put you in a sugar coma, but folks smiled, nodded, and handed over their quarters like it was vintage champagne. And then there was the negotiations. Oh, the negotiations. You'd think we were haggling over precious artifacts instead of a bread maker from 1983. One man offered me 50 cents for a lamp I was practically giving away. I countered with 75. Then he responded with a dramatic sigh, looking at his wife like I'd broken his heart. Eventually, he paid the 75 cents and asked if I could throw a used extension cord. I did. The cast of characters changed, but the routines didn't. There was always someone who showed up asking, "Do you have any old records?" And when I would point them out, they'd flip through each one slowly, nodding solemnly at Elvis and chuckling at Barry Manilow. Then there was Mr. Harris, who never bought a thing but came by every time to sit in a lawn chair and provide commentary. "That blender, oh, that's a classic. You can make a milkshake so thick you need a fork." As the day wore on, the tables thinned out. What started as piles of forgotten kitchen gadgets, books no one would ever read again, and clothes 2 sizes too small turned into a handful of random treasures looking for a new home. But the laughter never thinned. It grew. Neighbors swapped stories. Kids showed off their quarters. Mrs. Sutton came back around for one last look, usually leaving with something she didn't need but couldn't resist. Sometimes I'd sell things I swore I'd never part with, just because someone else's face lit up when they saw it. An old cake stand found its way to a young couple who promised it would be used for their wedding. A worn leather suitcase went home with a retiree planning his first big vacation. I watched them walk away and feel lighter. Not because the stuff was gone, but because the stories were traveling on. By late afternoon, the sun would sit low, and we all gathered in folding chairs with sweaty glasses of iced tea. The kids would count their change, beaming with pride. My son's pockets full of gravel money. Once declared he was saving up for a go-kart. My daughter said she'll buy a pony. Neither happened, but they dreamed big. And every year, when the last car drove away and the tables were loaded up, I sit there a little longer, taking it all in. The laughter, the friendly haggling, the smell of hot dogs grilling down the street. It wasn't about making money. We rarely made more than a couple of bucks and a handful of good stories. I miss those Saturdays. And I miss the simple joy of neighbors gathering in lawns, swapping odds and ends and memories at the same time. I miss the way people lingered, not just to shop, but to chat, to connect, to laugh over old blenders and broken chairs. Nowadays, everything's online. People sell their stuff with a click. No haggling, no lemonade stands, no Mr. Harris giving blender reviews from a lawn chair. It's efficient, sure, but it's missing something. It's missing people. I still find myself tempted every spring to drag out those old tables, dust off those boxes, and make a sign, just to see if anyone still remembers how good it felt to wander a neighbor's yard, finding something silly, and take home a story. Because in the end, that's what it's all about. We weren't just selling things, we were sharing life, one mismatched candlestick and sugar loaded lemonade at a time.